Alright, 228k for the day. I'm struggling, I'm really struggling. I gotta get through this. Good morning everybody from sunny Kansas. Back Audaxing. didn't record at the start because there was a big old snafu about start times and stuff. Some of us thought it was 7, some thought it was 6. So I was halfway through my breakfast and the RBA was like, Matt, where are you? We've started. So not feeling so hot this morning because you know, I was halfway through my breakfast, not had any caffeine, and then I'm riding my bike. Glorious day though, glorious day in Kansas. Listening to Manchester United versus Everton. But the sun's shining, it's going to be 70 degrees. It's not 70 degrees right now, but it is going to be 70 degrees. Started off at Shawnee, going to go through Lawrence, up to Effingham, Aitchison, down to Leavenworth, then back to Shawnee. 300k, that is a long way. I'm not doing 300k. All I can concentrate on right now is getting to the next control, which is 30 miles away in Sinclair. But that's all I can deal with mentally. But we'll talk about that in a bit. Alright, there's a big hill coming up. And Manchester United are winning 1-0, so all's good. Speak to you in a bit. Alright, coming into sunny Lawrence. A little psychopath. I think his name's Dave ahead of me. He's a strong rider, man. This is his 15th or 16th 300k, and he's like, I've done multiple dual centuries. He's a strong rider. And here's me on my first. But the sun's shining. I'm almost to control 1. Almost out of water. It was a bit of a mad dash this morning to get going. But I'll see you at the first control. First control, Lawrence, Sinclair. There's a green dinosaur. There's Dave. Say hi, Dave.
Hey!
Yeah, he's been my wingman. He's been pacing me all the way up here. But all right, first control out. Got to fill my bottles and get a bite to eat. Crossing the Kansas River. Just went through Lawrence, that's where the first control was at. What a cute little town that is. Obviously a big university town. It's passing the Kansas River. It's very low, lots of sandbanks. So like 5k in for the day so far. Heading to the next control, which is Valley Fair or something, Valley Ford. It can't be Valley Ford. Valley Fair, Valley Fall, something like that. Let's just get it done. Dave's way ahead of me now. He left. He didn't want to faff around at the first control like I did. I needed to just calm down. Get some water and food down my system and just take stock after such a mad rush this morning. getting going. I just needed 10 minutes just to get my bearings because it was all a bit hectic this morning. But we're all cooking with gas now. I think I'm back of the pack, but I'm okay with that. I'm not racing anyone else, I'm just racing myself on the clock. Alright, about halfway between control 1 and 2, but this is some lake reservoir. Don't know the name of it, but it's very, very pretty. I'm kind of parked up on the causeway here. I don't think the vehicles are going to be very happy with me, but what are you going to do? No idea where I am. North of Perry, but just crossed the 100k mark for the day. So, third of the way. My knee hurts a little bit. I've been struggling with my knee for a good couple of months. I don't know what the deal is there. My knee hurts, but other than that, doing alright. Getting hot, it's warm out. Gonna have to take the base layer off, I think, when I get to the next control. So I've not done a video for a while. I have been out riding, but the videos have been, you know, I started editing them and going, it's not even worth putting up there. It wasn't great. A lot of the time it's the wind and the wind noise in the camera. But I did a 90k out in Montgomery County a couple of weeks ago. Good route. Kind of like this, farm roads, a bit lumpy. Highway B in Montgomery County was lumpier than I thought, but it actually did put me in good stead for this, because this is hilly. This is hilly. But I'm doing alright. Went out on Monday last week and did it was only like 45 miles. It was my usual route, but the wind, man, the wind. I cut it short and got an Uber home, and I never do that, but I just felt so defeated and so depleted, you know, and I think it led me going into this with a lot of pessimism. But back on my red trek that I love, flying along uphill and down dale. Let's get to control 2. Just left checkpoint 2 in Valley Falls, heading to Effingham now. Faffed around far too much. You know, taking my base layer off, putting sunscreen on and getting food, and then trying to put rock tail in my bottom. Faffed around far too much. The next control is only 20 miles away. I should be there in no time. But I did not have enough sunscreen to cover all the extremities, so I'll probably look like a patchwork quilt after all this. We're about 5 miles outside Effingham. Feeling okay. I know I'm going to have a headwind heading back as I leave Aitchison through Leavenworth back to Shawnee. Although I'll deal with that when I get to it. But we're 130k in. It's hilly, it's lumpy. Short, sharp hills. I'm eating a lot. I'm remembering to eat, because you gotta. My knee is sore, as I say. I had to take a fair amount of vitamin I for that. Worried about my dynamo light doesn't seem to want to work. That could be a problem later on. I do have a spare little light in my saddlebag, but I wouldn't want to use it for an extensive period of time. But again, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Just enjoying the quiet Kansas roads. Amy Schneider, I think it was Amy Schneider, did a book about the ride across America, and she called Kansas a crucible because of the oppressive heat and the crosswinds that fly across these prairies. Well, the heat's not bad today because it's April, and so far the wind has been on my side. Well, you can see when you can see from the topography, there ain't much to stop a gale if one's a blowing. So what else have I been up to? I went to England. Went to England and France. That was a fun trip. Took the wife to see some castles, ate a lot of pot noodles and Marks and Spencer sandwiches. Took the Channel Tunnel to France. Not for long. We went to a couple of World War I graves, cemeteries, and my eldest really liked. We went Nazi bunker hunting on the northern coast of France. He really digged that. Good times, man. Want to go back to France? It was brilliant. We'll go back and take my bike. Alright, another hill's coming up. They're not long hills. But there's some grade to them. I mean, it's not Winner's Pass from Sparrow Pit to Castleton, because I drove that 2 weeks ago. There were cyclists on that. I kind of envied them having a go at that. That's 20%. Alright, I'll see you in Effingham at the next control. Alright, no idea where I am. Just at this old rest area, I reckon. I found a little picnic table here. So I'm going to have myself 10 minutes. I think I've deserved 10 minutes to just chill and be. I'm just trying to get my thoughts. The Ottawa Road coming out of Aitchison south, it was just coulee after coulee after coulee. Minnesota's famous for having the coulee challenge. It's just a lot of that, you know, it's just a lot of that. You know, you feel like you've climbed the same hill 17 times because they're all the same. I mean, they may as well should be, for all intents and purposes. You know, it's just demoralizing, you know, when you get to the top of the hill and think, oh, this might be it. Just have a bit of a flat and then go up again. And then race down and then do it all again 15 times in a row. So I knew it was going to be a challenging course. I was apprehensive. You know, 9,000 feet of elevation on this course. That's a lot. It's a lot for a flatlander like me. But anyhow, just keep the pedals turning. Just keep the pedals turning. So, I've earned it. I've earned myself 10 minutes, and that's what I'm going to take. By the time we get to control here in Leavenworth, it'll be 211k. I had some pretty bad cramps getting up that last hill. That was a bit of a nightmare. So, I think salty snacks, salty stuff is in the order of the day. That was a bear. And the sun's going down, it's getting a little chilly again. Might put the base layer on in a bit. But it's not 211k, it's 89 to go, which is 50 odd miles. I can do that, that's doable. I don't know how, by hook or by crook, I made it to Leavenworth. That was an absolute bear from Aitchison, an absolute bear. Oh, but here, let's get to the control and reassess. 211k! First of all, there's buffalo in the field. Second of all, right by the prison. It does look a bit Shawshank Redemption, doesn't it? Sun's going down. The hills aren't though. The hills have did me in. They're just constant. They're just constant. And it upsets me because at least in Europe, where roadways were designed by the age of the horse and cart, they took the easiest way. You know, they went with the shallow contours of the hill. Here, where roads were built for the F-150, they don't have to worry about that. So it's just like bosh, straight up the hill. Don't have to grade it, don't have to go around it, just straight up the hill. Alright, 228k for the day. I'm struggling, I'm really struggling. I gotta get through this. $236k. It's getting dark. Have to put my base layer back on. I'm gonna look like one of these honey stingers after today. 65 kilometers. Let's go. What's up? 45 miles. I'm over it. I'm done, but I'm over it. I can finish this. It's just going to get sketchy now in the dark. So I do have a little light coming out my dynamo hub light, and I put my other one on there too. So I've got two white lights, two red lights at the back. So hopefully that'll be plenty. Plus I've got my big stupid high-vis jacket on, which I'm going to be glad for the warmth soon. Again, I'm going to start singing Kylie Minogue songs. Alright, one more control, then go to the control at the finish. I'd like to pronounce where the control at the next control is. It's Taxahaxagachi or something. Anyway, all I know is the Casey's, and I need a coffee, so let's go. 302.6 kilometers. I need to stop the Strava though. Alright, I'm done. I've got to go to bed. I've got to go get a shower and go to bed. I'm absolutely on my arse. But I'm very proud of that. Alright, see you in a minute.